And just about to get underway as the starting fives have been announced. Sit tight. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA Payday.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Kenny looking at the early returns on Luka Doncic. Did you ever think he'd be this good, this fast?
No, it's impossible because, you know, as much as we could say if we watched him play, he was not in our country. So I didn't get to see him play every day like I seen some of the other college kids. But once I saw him play, I was like, I would have taken him one. I did say that. I just on the film, I was like, if the film don't lie, I'd take him one.
That's the guy.
And remember, it wasn't like he was playing against kids.
Yeah.
Like the European leagues, those leagues are better than Division I basketball.
Those were men.
Those are men that a lot of those guys could play in our league. And to me, I think it speaks to the evolution of the game. Imagine a guy, he's the best 20-year-old I've ever seen.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward spot. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3. Richardson. So it's Richardson with the jam.
Pretty unselfish play there, right? Porzingis finding the open man, and he's more and more comfortable and more aware of everything going on around him.
Looking at the career of Damian Lillard, so many great shots, big-time shots that one game. Kenny, is clutch shooting something you learn, or do you have to have that innate ability to just mentally handle it?
I think it's both. I think you learn where the shot comes from, as well as you're born with the ability and the lack of fear to take it.
Here's Kleba. Back to Doncic. All alone. And it's Portland with the rebound. Home court didn't seem to help any last time they met. We'll see if it makes a difference this time.
And it's going to come down to effort tonight. Last time they met each other, they were demolished on the boards, and that rebounding difference led to a sizable loss.
Well, let's see if the lesson was learned from that loss. If they come out with the same type of effort, they can expect a similar result here.
Lillard against Doncic. Looking at the top 5 picks in the 2018 draft, Kenny, all of them have shown good play, tremendous promise. But if you could choose one for your team, which one would it be? I mean, the Doncic and Young and Jackson and Ayton and
if I had to go over and pick it now,
I mean, there's so many of them.
Man, I'm going straight with Doncic.
I mean, there could be only one. It's not even close.
Yeah,
Doncic is the only guy on that list that, when it's all said and done, he's got a chance to be a top 10 all-time player.
Yeah, you know what he reminds me of? A more aggressive deadlift shrimp.
Ooh, I think even more than that. To me, he's a combination. I heard Larry and Magic. He's a combination of Larry and LeBron. Because
I can see that.
Magic wasn't like the scorer that those two are. Like, those guys are scorers.
Right. Yeah, I get it.
And then great passing ability. And the other thing about him, he's a better athlete, and he's a tremendous rebounder. I mean, that guy is special.
Enes Kanter's checked in for the Trailblazers. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Dwight Powell's checked in for Dallas. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Cantor pulls it down. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. Here's Powell. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Well, we see rookies like LaMelo Ball and R.J. Hampton who chose to play in the Australian League rather than college basketball. Kenny, is something you would have ever considered had you been in their shoes?
Well, no. I don't think I would have ever been in their shoes, honestly, because my thought process would have been totally different. But I do understand how some players will opt for that option, but also it's taking a huge gamble. And, you know, it's going to probably work out for these two talented young players, though.
And the reality is most of the guys that have done that, it didn't benefit them. Because what people don't factor in is you're a young kid, you're going to live in a foreign country, different culture. You're going to be around people you don't know. And generally, you don't get to play the game you played in high school because you're not the focal point. So it is a tremendous risk. And Most people don't get to see you play until you get to the league.
Powell for three, drills it from outside. Powell's got 7 points.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Was shot by Redick, no good. And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trail Blazers. They trail by 1.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Redick with the 3. He can't get that one to fall. Now Portland takes it the other way. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Yeah, it never stopped working. One of those games where just everybody was making shots, continual flow, and a very professional win. That's a whistle he did not want to hear. His second foul, and we're not even out of the first quarter.
It's his first trip to the line. And he makes the first. And so Jones nails both of them. 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Now the pass to Brunson. Hardaway kicks to Cauley-Stein. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one's on Anthony.
You wonder what the next step is, and for Willie Cauley-Stein, what he's done in the offseason to improve himself offensively. Maybe a few more things in the footwork category will help him out.
Up in time, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Well, earlier, Damian Lillard spoke to us about how he deals with the big loss.
I look to the times where
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
They've got Enes Kanter, Anthony out there with Derek Jones. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. That one, no good. Cauley-Stein with the defensive effort. When you look around the league, a lot of great defenders. Kenny, in your view, what makes a great perimeter defender when you think about those names?
Wow, long arms, the ability to slide your feet and play multiple positions.
So, PG, Kawhi, those are a couple guys, right?
Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis.
Yeah, guys who are really going to be able to move around and feel comfortable being uncomfortable.
And I would say that I think, and PG is a terrific defender. He's an elite level defender, but the 2 best are Kawhi and AD, because those are the guys that can comfortably guard 1 through 5. They can guard perimeter and paint. Consistent.
Great footwork for both.
Yes.
Well, the former Dookie, J.J. Redick, has carved out an incredible role as one of the league's most deadly shooters.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Derek Jones. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Zinkis, he's checked in for Cauley-Stein. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. Josh Richardson's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And Kleber slams it in.
Yeah, Redick more than happy to get off the ball that time and spot the open man.
Not too many teams have been able to win back-to-back titles in the NBA, but Kenny, you were a part of one of those elite groups with the Houston Rockets. Mentally, that's got to be very difficult to repeat.
Yes, the second year is much tougher.
Why? Why is it?
Because you become, I call fat cat-itis or complacent. You know, you got guys who are 8th, 9th, 10th man on the team. They're getting TV commercials now. They're coming on playing with shades, you know, instead of hard hats, you know, they got on velvet hats. It's just a different environment for guys who have not been accustomed to being stars, now being stars.
And not to mention, you go from being the hunter to the hunted. Like, that's a part of it, too, because now you get everybody's best.
Everybody.
Here's Anthony, and it's Anthony with the jam.
Melo getting up and slamming one home.
Here's Doncic. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Sacramento.
Yeah, but there's always this point you got to look at where did he also impact the game. It was on the rebounding end of the floor. A tremendous performance there.
Kenny, as a former point guard, how would you construct the perfect shooting guard to complement your game?
My game?
Yep.
Oh, all you got to do is be on the floor, baby. Yeah, he's going to be
Let
good.
it happen. Just let it happen.
Let it happen. Now, for me, I love guys with a high energy guys. So that's why I love playing with them. Just guys that had high batteries, because at times I would kind of get too cerebral in the game. And then he would pull me up and just make me emotional in the game. So I like
Become
guys
a dog,
like that.
right?
Just get emotionally in the game instead of I'm reading the situation and this guy's over. No. Just play hard.
Yeah, it's funny you say that, because my guys, John Starks is the same exact way. He was just a great competitor. Like, the moment never got too big, because he always felt like I shouldn't even be here.
Yeah.
The three from Anthony. That one's not going to go. Nice D from Doncic. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. They trail by one. Here's Porzingis. Lays it up off the glass. And what about our special guest? Kenny, thanks for taking the time to join us, dropping by. Always a pleasure. You add so much to the broadcast.
Man, thanks for having me. This is just great.
Thank you. And Brent, you and Kenny both enjoyed success in the NBA. Always great to have his perspective with us here at the broadcast table.
Well, that's nice of you, Kevin. And certainly Kenny has done some remarkable things post-career. And I love the fact with Kenny's presence, he's just got great perspective on the entirety of the game.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Jones comes in for Robert Covington. Norman Powell's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Simons in for McCollum. Back to Lillard. To halt the run. Porzingis with the rebound.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical. Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Powell finds Hardaway. Kicks it out to Richardson. Pass to Powell. Over Jones. And misses it off the right side of the rim. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Lillard, the pass to Jones. Back to Lillard. The feed to Kanter. Stolen by Brunson. Fast break, Dallas. Hardaway. It's good on the putback. Hardaway has got his first bucket in this one.
Any coach likes it when a guard gets in there and stays active on the glass. Hardaway Jr. did it that time.
That's it, and the Dallas lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Lillard.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the... And gracing us with his presence once again after his... That about wraps it up. Time now for the second...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Greggy, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in, is their defensive approach.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. Doncic against Lillard. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Nurkic with the steal. He's got a clear path by himself. And the dunk by Powell.
Nurkic using those active hands and just kick-starting the offense in the fast break.
Mavericks leading by 5. Richardson dishes to Doncic. Passes it to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
Lillard left side. And then Lillard slams it in.
And your point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
And Doncic, here we go.
In Europe, Doncic spent a lot of time as a primary ball handler. You see the craftiness there in terms of drawing fouls.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Portland. And Dallas also making a switch. Redick is checked in. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Covington. Kleba with the rebound.
They'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Back to Lillard. They swipe it. Here's Doncic. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Doncic has got the lead up to 11 now for Dallas.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
And it's McCollum in the corner. Pass to Nurkic. Back to McCollum. Nurkic trying to get open. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, McCollum undersized at his position, at least in terms of his strength. But he can play that way because he competes. That's a tough one there.
And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Lillard attacking, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Finney Smith passes to Kleba. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials. For Dallas, they have shot 6 of 7 at the line.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And a wide open look for McCollum. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
He loved to make them pay for giving up that wide open jumper, just unable to do so.
Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. Out to Doncic. High post try. They get it again. And stolen by Lillard. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. And McCollum the bucket on the assist by Lillard. McCollum's got 4 this quarter.
Good hands by Lillard. You cannot get lazy or he'll pick your pocket and go the other way.
There's 31 seconds left here in the third quarter. Let's go. Finney-Smith can't get it to go.
He looked like he rushed it a bit. The defense wasn't terrible, but still, he's got to knock that down.
Covington wide open. He fires. No good from outside. Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Creative at finding ways to just cut inside there. Doncic, a guy you must keep your eyes on.
Outside Anthony. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Mavericks lead by 15. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the...
Hey, if we get to stop running up...
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They've got Jones. Enes Kanter is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's Jones, and then Jones with the jam.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
And there's the pass to Powell. Back to Brunson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires from the line, and he hits the jumper for 2. And the Mavericks lead by 17.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Covington with the steal. And he's going up for the alley-oop, and the dunk by Powell.
Like the execution there from Kanter. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
Richardson the pass to Brunson. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Pass to Hardaway. For the 3. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Yeah, the reach a factor there for Cauley Stein. I'd love to see him hit the boards a little bit more often.
Simons the pass to Covington. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from 3, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step-backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having a guard the three-point line.
Now here's Brunson. He's guarded closely, and he drops in the layup off the glass. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. On the wing, Jones. Pass to Simons. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Trailblazers, McCollum comes in for Derek Jones. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Then for the Mavericks, Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Lillard, no good on the shot, a bit long that time. Hardaway against Powell.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Well, for a guy who used to be more proficient in the half-court game, Lillard's showing that nowadays he's just as dominant in transition.
Lillard against Doncic. Shot from the top of the key. That one rolling around and rims out. Trailblazers trail by 13. Here's Powell. Here's McCollum. Great D that time from Hardaway.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Doncic against Cantor. Doncic kicks to Richardson. Back to Doncic. 5 to shoot. Kicks it out to Richardson. Dallas no good that time either. The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Mavericks.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And so checking out the record for these guys tonight will mark win number 37 for them on the year.
And with this win, they bring the season series to an end, guys, with a split 2 games apiece.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Luka Doncic.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long. All the officials are all over that one.
He drops the first one, and that brings them to within 10. Both teams deciding to change it up. He hits both from the stripe. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Brunson against Powell. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Powell against Brunson. Here's Marjanovic. Here's Melli. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. And the Mavericks lead by 11. In the corner, it's Little. And the miss. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. They came in here and took care of business like they... All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony. Let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, Kevin, Devon Booker can...
Special talent indeed. David, thank you. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Suns, Booker and Bridges are the wings. Ayton is out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Paul in at the point guard position. Couple terrific centers in tonight's matchup here, Greg. Great pivots, but center matchups are far from traditional, it seems like, these days.
No doubt about it, Kevin. Once you get into this now small ball mindset, this positionless game, I mean, you're seeing guys as short as P.J. Tucker play the 5. Because, listen, when you're 25 feet from the basket, if I'm 6'2 and you're 7'2, I can still guard you. So because of the spacing now, it allows you the luxury to play smaller.
Well, tracking down rebounds with ease. Kristaps Porzingis, outstanding mobility.
Paul passes to Ayton. Back to Paul. Pass to Ayton. And the first shot of the night for him missing. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
See, Porzingis should score the basketball, but he also recognizes when his teammates have a clean look. I love that unselfishness.
Swiped away. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Here's Finney-Smith. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Here's Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
Well, you love watching Devon Booker finish with power. He refuses to settle for the layup. Nice aggressiveness there. You know, you think back to DeAndre Ayton's college career. He demonstrated three-point range. And while he's eager to show that in the NBA, the Suns want him to attack the rim.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Bridges with it. 17 points for him last game against Oklahoma City. And Phoenix turns it over again.
And Monty Williams said, offensively, Ayton's got to be 80% beast, 20% shooter.
The reason they say that, Greg, is they want him to exploit the elite physical tools he brings to the game. If he can draw more fouls, he can get to the free throw line. And he's such a good shooter there, it only makes sense.
Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession.
All right, a chance to see stats for Paul. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so. 4th in assists. And, of course, he's in the top 5 in free throw percentage. It can go overlooked, but sure makes a difference.
And as you said, dropping dimes at a top 5 pace. He's in total command of his team. They look to him for leadership, and he does not disappoint. Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Sharch checked in for Ayton. Johnson comes in for Mikal Bridges. And it's Payne in for Chris Paul.
Well, Devon Booker is known as a scorer, but this guy will find you if you're open.
Doncic with it. Working on Payne. Kept alive. Out to Hardaway. Richardson gets a wide open look. Here's Powell. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Hits it from three-point range. Doncic has got his second basket of the night. Suns trail by 7. Booker outside. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Left side, Sharch. Lobs it up for Crowder. Sharch finds Crowder. The shot by Sharch, no good. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. Richardson the pass to Doncic. Offensive rebound. Powell off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, this is a big part of what Dwight Powell needs to do. Battle hard on the offensive glass, turn those second chance opportunities into points.
Richardson against Booker. The pass to Crowder. Powell with the steal. Doncic outside. Over Payne. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Sharch dishes to Crowder. That one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Crowder. Here's a look at some of the players that have exploded in the second half of the season. These are the scoring leaders since the All-Star break. third is Luka Doncic.
He is making his mark in a big way and with big points. You love to see guys get better the later in the season we get.
Suns trail by 9. Here's Booker, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Richardson.
This is not a young man you want to send to the line. Booker's already a lights-out foul shooter.
And basketball in the blood for Devon Booker. I mean, his father, Melvin, started at the University of Missouri and played pro ball. Started in high school. Devon trained with his father, trying to follow his path.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Kaminsky is checked in for Saric. Torrey Craig comes in for Crowder. Langston Galloway's checked in for Johnson. And it's Carter in for Cameron Payne. Pass to Craig. Back to Booker. Shot clock at 6.
How about the ability to adjust and finish in different situations? Devon Booker, elite as a scorer.
Here's Hardaway, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Dallas holding up. When it comes to the art of providing leadership, CP3.
The guys on the team already tell me
Well said. He does a great job of keeping everyone involved and on the same page.
And Kevin, he practices what he preaches. He plays the right way and motivates his teammates to do the same.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Offensively, they took care of the ball. And defensively, they forced a number of miscues.
On the floor for Dallas, they've got J.J. Redick. Powell is out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Brunson in at the point. Paul's checked in for Carter. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dallas. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Suns trail by 6. Here's Galloway. Now here's Paul. Misses the layup. Jumps up. And Kleber slams it in.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Paul surveying the floor. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
Passes to Kaminsky. Out of bounds. It'll be Madrick's ball. And a quick look now at the best free throw shooting teams. The Suns third.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Here's Brunson. And the layup's good off the glass. Brunson's got 5 now.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Paul passes to Kaminsky. There's Galloway, covered by Redick, and finished off by Kaminsky.
You know, the easy one there. You know, Galloway able to read the defense, finding his man for the great setup. Pretty.
Outside, Redick to the paint. Here's Kleber. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Kleber's got his second bucket of the night.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Pass to Galloway. Paul outside for three. Hits the three-point bomb. He's got 5.
There's so much confidence in his ability to make range shots. Chris Paul knocks down the 3.
It's Redick on the wing. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Inside, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Suns trail by 7. The pass to Bridges. Here's Galloway. And he comes up with the deuce.
Boy, Galloway just so fluid when he rises up to take that jumper.
And the wide open shot from Redick. No good with the triple. For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Pass to Bridges. There's the dish to Paul. To the middle. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down to just 3 in the basket from Ayton.
The always aware Chris Paul, one of the great passers in history. There's another assist.
They grab their own miss. Kleber with the bucket.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Phoenix Suns. They can look forward to the Cavaliers after this game in a matchup against Cleveland. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Stolen. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
You just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
Passes it to Galloway. Now, here's Bridges. Guarded closely. Pass to Ayton. Just 5 on the clock. Good. Nice job down low. Ayton's got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, guys, that's the selfless attitude of Mikal Bridges. So willing to give it up to an open guy.
And stolen by Ayton. And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That's his first foul. There's 14 seconds left to play here in the half. Carter, the pass to Payne. And here's Carter. And that one released in time, but no good. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. Win or lose, Kenny, the Mavericks have been one of the more stable organizations. And that's going to do it for us here.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. One of the stories so far, Maxi Kleber getting it done today.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Booker and Bridges are the wings. Andre Ayton out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Paul in at the 1. Doncic right side. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Just leave it at the rim and let the big man do the rest. KP with the nice finish.
Booker outside. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Dallas. Kleber's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Bridges kicks to Paul. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. That one drops for him.
Now, there's a level of physicality that all coaches can appreciate. Chris Paul doing work.
Ball against Doncic. Richardson for three. Connects from three-point range. Richardson's got the lead up to 10 now for the Mavs.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other.
Finney Smith passes to Porzingis. Count that bucket. Porzingis has got the lead back up to 10 now for the Mavs.
80% shooting to start the 3rd, 4 for 5.
The pass to Bridges. Ball against Doncic. Fires for three. Paul missing again. Dallas leading by 10. Richardson finds Porzingis. It's good for the 7th time this game. He's shot 7. He has made 7.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Phoenix has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the 3rd. Still 0 for 3. Pass to Bridges. Back to Paul. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. The drive by Booker. Crowder, and Crowder stays with it.
How about the relentless effort on the backboards? Crowder utilizing his size to eat the window.
And here's Doncic from the arc. The putback. Here's Porzingis. Doncic kicks to Finney Smith. Back to Doncic. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Bridges passes to Crowder. 1:30 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. 6 to shoot. The Suns need to get a shot off, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. And then for Dallas, Dwight Powell's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And here's Doncic from the arc. Offensive rebound. Porzingis on the follow. And the Mavericks lead by 14.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Johnson kicks to Payne. Passes it to Craig. And that one comes up a bit short.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Powell in the high post. Johnson's there. Powell kicks to Doncic. Powell, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just great resiliency from Powell, sticking with the possession and finishes it with authority.
A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for the Dallas Mavericks. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we'll be right back after this. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court for the Mavericks, Powell is out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's J.J. Redick, and it's Hardaway in at the 3. Payne passes to Craig. Down low. Here's Carter. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein.
you better come stronger than that. Cauley-Stein, a presence defensively.
And the dunk by Powell.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Here's Saric. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
And Dario Saric, the homie, as he was known in Philly, a Croatian finesse forward for this team.
You know what I love about Dario is here's a big man who can space the floor with his shooting. He can balance that with an ability to make plays off the dribble. He's a really sneaky cutter and a very opportunistic rebounder. I mean, this is a big man who will contribute in a lot of different areas.
And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for the Phoenix Suns. On Tuesday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Then on Wednesday, they'll be taking on Clint Capella and the Atlanta Hawks.
You know, most teams might get worried at a long road schedule like this one, but they've been so good away from home. I think they might be looking forward to it. You have to respect what this team can do when they're in your building.
Doncic passes to Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, Porzingis stays aggressive on the offensive end, and with the kind of offensive arsenal he has, it's exactly what you hope for, guys.
Here's Johnson at the tip. Got a piece of it. Outside Hardaway. Kicks it to Doncic. Uncovered. That shot, no good. And Phoenix the other way now.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Mavericks leading by 14. Now, Doncic. He feeds it to Hardaway. It's Richardson on the wing. 5 on the clock, and there's the defensive 3-second call. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Ayton, he's checked in for Saric. Bridges comes in for Johnson. Devon Booker, he's checked in for Carter. And Paul subbed in for Payne.
After winning 2 championships in college at Villanova before turning pro, I think Mikal Bridges has the next championship in his sights. That's an NBA title. This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Boy, the aggressiveness in the paint from Porzingis, you know, putting the onus on the officials to make a call. You've got to make them decision makers.
Well, you hear about the extinction of great NBA big men. Do you see it that way? And if so, Greg, is the game that has changed, or perhaps a dip in the talent at that position that has changed?
You know, you think back to the likes of Russell, Wilt, Kareem, and Hakeem, and Robinson, and Shaq. Some would say, well, we just got lucky. But in a lot of ways, we still have the dominance of the big man. They just play more outside of the paint, right? You know, Giannis.
Yep.
You look at what he can do. Anthony Davis and the way he plays the game. I mean, LeBron, in essence, is a big man. I mean, you still can dominate the game as a big. It's just that you now can actually, in some respects, have more impact because you are involved in more facets of the game.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
I am very confident that Chris Paul is a future Hall of Famer, not only accomplished between the lines for well over a decade, both offensively and defensively, but years and years of service for the good of the game.
Dallas making a switch here. Finney Smith's checked in. Doncic outside. Shoots over Bridges. Doncic, no good.
And this is exactly what you have to do to stop him. That was a tremendous contest, forcing the miss.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Mavericks.
Two great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And so checking out the record for these guys, tonight will mark win number 37 for them on the year.
That's breathing a huge sigh of relief, guys. They're on their way to a win here, avoiding losing all 4 games of the season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Porzingis.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
The three for Doncic, and the three ball is good. And the Mavericks lead by 17.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Here's Paul. It's rebounded by Dallas.
You will have to finish harder than that if you want to convert in traffic.
It's tipped. 3-on-3. Releases. Again, the miss by Paul. Here's Finney Smith. Pass to Porzingis. So no problem for Dallas as they get the... All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's good. Definitely high-powered at the point guard position in particular. Much more scoring expected than in decades past.
I think guys have the green light, Kevin, to fire away at the first available opportunity. The offense isn't taught the same way with orchestrators at the point guard position. Now guys are looking to be overly aggressive with their scoring prowess and to try to make plays sometimes feels secondary.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3 spot. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. To the inside, here's Covington, banked in off the glass.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
Booker outside. And the pass to Bridges. Here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. For Phoenix, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Powell against Bridges. Ayton, the pass to Bridges.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
And the dunk by Powell.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Booker outside. Suns moving the ball around. Passes it to Crowder.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. It's deflected. It's Covington on the wing. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Celtics in Boston.
And he also chipped in with a couple blocks in that game. Just a hint at the impact he had on the defensive side.
Bridges passes to Crowder. Nurkic with it. Now guarded by Ayton. Powell, that's good.
And Nurkic with a nice job there, willing to share the ball with his teammates.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Paul with the ball. His last outing, he had 18 points. Crowder kicks to Paul. Second chance effort, and Ayton with the layup. Ayton's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, if Ayton can get in that kind of position, he could be a bully on the inside.
Lillard outside. Pass to Powell. Back to Lillard. Clock at 6. Powell, the pass to McCollum. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Sharch is checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Johnson comes in for Bridges. Langston Galloway's checked in for Booker. And it's Payne in for Paul. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
An okay season at the free throw line for him so far, sitting right around 76%.
For the Trailblazers, Jones checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard.
And the Phoenix Suns criticized for trading down 5 picks to select Cameron Johnson at 11 back in 2019. Many felt that was a reach.
There were a lot of people who were predicting that Cam was going to be towards the back end of the first round even, and a clear case for a Phoenix Suns team who was dead last in three-point percentage, drafting for a need in Cam Johnson.
The drive by Cantor. McCollum. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Even though McCollum's a little bit thin, he doesn't mind taking the contact and moving away from it before scoring.
And Phoenix making a change here. Kaminsky's checked in. It's Payne with the ball. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. They trail by 1. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And you gotta love a team that can maintain its composure on the road, take good shots, and knock them down with confidence.
Well, awesome to see in that last game how the motion in their offense didn't stop because they were in some hostile territory.
And here are the Suns now. The Blazers getting the bucket. 26 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Galloway kicks to Johnson. Shot clock at 3. Galloway, no good.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively. Melo has to be in position for plays like that. That time, perfect position.
Pass to Galloway. To end the run. And that one goes long. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Portland out in front, up by 5. And a tremendous offensive catalyst, Chris Paul.
First and foremost, we just got to do.
Spoken like a future head coach, Greg.
And when it comes to closing, CP3 wants to leave nothing to chance.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. Anthony out there with Derek Jones. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point. And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
McCollum, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for 1 more.
And Šarić, just one of those European players that comes over with the fundamentals. Beautiful play there.
Lillard's checked in for Portland. Simons, the pass to Lillard. Outside, Jones. Lillard outside. From deep. The offensive rebound. The shot's good from Kanter.
Like when his motor is running and he's playing with high levels of energy, Kanter is a monster on the offensive glass.
Payne kicks to Craig. Šarić in the corner. And Jones over to help. Šarić with it. Now Anthony defending. Kaminsky the pass to Šarić. Kaminsky controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
There's the pass to Lillard. Here's Simons. Back to Lillard. Passes it to Simons. Rebounded by Kaminsky.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid. Now he's an all-star last year. You know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Jones for 3. Portland again missing. Suns have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Here's Booker. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. The Trailblazers have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. The shot's good from Kanter.
Great to see when Melo spots his open teammate. Good at noticing the overcommitment that time.
The Suns trailing. Booker outside. Back to Carter. A minute 50 left in the first half. Here's Ayton. And it's Portland with the rebound. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Yeah, and in that game, it turned into a massive scoring night. It wasn't so much about the game plan as it was establishing early confidence to get that win.
Here's Powell. The Suns getting the bucket. From outside, off the mark.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Craig can't get it to go. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. And after this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta where they'll take on the Hawks. And I'm sure they're anxious to get back home as that will be game 6 of this 7-game road trip. Carter, the pass to Kaminsky. Back to Carter. Pass to Craig. And there's the feed to Kaminsky. Tries from 10. Pass to Craig. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
And the Suns here with a different look. Johnson, he's checked in for Frank Kaminsky. Mikal Bridges comes in for DeAndre Ayton. Langston Galloway's checked in for Devon Booker. And Chris Paul subbed in for Carter. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And McCollum subbed in for Derek Jones. Suns have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second. 5 of 10. Galloway. Here's Craig. Bridges finds Johnson. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Shoots over Covington. Phoenix no good that time either. Bridges with the steal. It'll count. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. For the Suns, the first quarter was pretty even. They were always within striking distance. 5 points was the... And that'll about...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. DeAndre Ayton with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Booker and Bridges are the wings. Jay Crowder out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Paul in at the point guard. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Monty Williams. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Nurkic. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Mikal Bridges picks one up.
Nurkic right now taking a pounding going to the glass.
And the second free throw, good.
Big trip to the line. He did not get all of them, but at least they hold the lead now.
Outside Crowder. Booker outside. Yes, that goes in. And the Suns lead by 1.
And Booker getting more and more comfortable fighting through NBA defenses. He used his ability there to get through contact.
Now here's McCollum. Right now, checking his stats, he's averaging over 23 points a game.
He really suffocated him there, guys. Just excellent work.
Here's Paul. Drops in the layup for 2. Paul's got the lead up to 3 now for the Suns.
So creative right there. Paul's fantastic at finding ways to get inside and capitalize, whether it's him or a teammate.
And the dunk by Covington.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Sharge checked in for Phoenix. Cameron Payne comes in for Booker. Simons, he's checked in for Portland. Back to McCollum. And almost gets it to go, so he'll shoot 2 here. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent, but 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. Now here's Payne. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Oh, Covington in position. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Using that athleticism to convert the alley-oop. Covington is simply a difference maker out there.
Bridges kicks to Paul. Bridges against Powell. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Takes a 3. Bridges with the board.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And, of course, free throws always so important. Here are the leaders. Second, Chris Paul. Damian Lillard, third.
Neither one of these guys is going to waste an opportunity from the foul line. They just don't give away points.
Phoenix making some changes. Johnson comes in for Bridges, and Langston Galloway subbed in for Paul. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And Jones subbed in for Norman Powell. Kicks it out to Jones. The dish to Kanter. Got a piece of it. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. Now a look at the stats for Damian Lillard. Just 4 to shoot. And McCollum launches it from deep.
They've been able to have some team success in this game despite what's been an awful shooting night for them.
A flawless finish on the alley-oop. And the Suns lead by 1. Third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Here's Kanter. Portland again missing. The Suns have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Here's Payne. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Now it's a 3-point Suns lead. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. 1:24 left in the third quarter. From deep 3-point range, and the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game. Phoenix making some changes. Andre Ayton's checked in for Saric, and it's Devon Booker in for Cameron Payne. Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers. Johnson, the pass to Crowder. Back to Johnson. Ayton trying to break free. Kicks it out to Booker. The pass to Galloway. Oh, Ayton in position.
Yeah, he's got the skills, and he's showing you some of the fundamentals that allow him to score.
Trailblazers trail by 5. Kanter, the pass to Lillard. Portland moving the ball around. Jones dishes to Anthony. They need this. Back to Jones. Kicks it out to Lillard. To the paint. Second shot opportunity. And Anthony with the lay-in. Anthony's got 6 points.
Well, Melo did a good job right there of reading where he could get to off of the screen. So a good hard roll on that play.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Johnson outside. He can't get that one. Excellent D from Kanter. And it's McCollum in the corner. Down low. And stolen by Ayton. 1 second left. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in.
And you won't see a lot of blocks out of Kanter, but there he uses his both.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Suns lead by 3. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Now the passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, we've got Yusuf Nurkic. Robert Covington out there with Anthony. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Powell in at the 2. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession. And Phoenix has possession. It's a three-point game. Here's Anthony. Bridges with the board.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up. And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Anthony finds Lillard, and here is Powell, defended by Booker. That misses, had a chance to tie it there. Suns leading by 3. Ayton attacking. Up again. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Shows you the mobility of the big man there as Ayton's able to carve through the defense, and that forces them to be out of position.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for the Trailblazers.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Pass to Powell. From deep. Portland no good that time either.
That's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best. Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
Trailblazers trail by 7. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Yep, that one goes in there. Paul's got the lead up to 7 now for the Suns.
Chris Paul knows exactly not just who's going to hit him, but how they're going to hit him.
And the call on the shot. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Assertive from Ayton, wanting to score often and then forcing the D right there at his size to foul him.
Saric has checked in for Johnson. Trailblazers trail by 6.
Hey, D up on CJ.
Pass to Covington. And the dunk by Covington.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
Booker outside. Back to Paul. Kicks it out to Booker. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Bridges with it. Now guarded by Nurkic. 6 on the shot clock. Saric, that's good.
Well, Saric on the inside has really good quality footwork.
For Portland, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. McCollum outside. Jacks up a 3. Rebound by the Suns. Ayton's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Here's Paul. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
Now, there's been a lot of stops in CP3's career, but there's been no doubt that when he's on the team, he is the vocal and emotional leader of their production.
And the Suns making a change here. Crowder's checked in. And Portland with a change here, too. Panthers checked in. Inside. Covington passes to Cantor. Off his leg. And the refs whistling a kick ball. just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Booker against McCollum. Yep, it goes in, and the Suns' lead is cut down to 6 in the bucket from Covington.
You just don't want to give away points by giving away passing lanes. McCollum right there waiting for one, then threads to meet it.
Now, here's Bridges. Basket counts. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. McCollum passes to Lillard. Now, here's Cantor. To the middle. He kicks to Powell. Pass to McCollum. Second chance shot. The Trailblazers with a new shot clock. Paul with the steal. Crowder against Lillard. In the corner, it's Bridges. Saric trying to break free. And there's Bridges on the assist from Crowder. And now an 11-point Phoenix lead. Powell for 3. Phoenix grabs the miss.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Paul, beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Paul's got the lead up to 13 now for Phoenix.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
It's stolen by Saric. Crowder kicks to Saric. Booker outside. And the pass to Paul. Bridges with it. Shoots over Powell. The kick out to Crowder. Back to Saric. Missed. So it's the Suns winning easily here. Some good. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. The sprawling metropolis of Dallas. And before
Well, guys, I'm very familiar with C.J. McCollum's college.
He's certainly come a long way, D.A. Thank you. Let's take a look at the numbers for Damian Lillard.
And guys, he's regressed a little bit offensively. He hasn't been the same this month as he was earlier in the season. He's lacking the edge that he had, and he needs to change his mindset. Stop sitting back and get into attack mode.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the small forward. And for the Mavericks, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. And they're moving it up. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. And the shot is long. So for the Trailblazers, their last game, a win against the Celtics in Boston.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
They found their rhythm and kept piling it on. And a huge boost of confidence on the road for sure.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now, here's Doncic. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Sacramento.
And one of the big ways he came through was at the foul line. They couldn't contain him. He was equally effective at scoring baskets as well as getting to the line.
Great for those teams who have overachieved in the regular season. As the playoffs are coming up, how do they ensure their success continues into the postseason?
Well, Kevin, the skeptics are still going to be out there. You just got to understand the playoffs are a different animal. You've got to be resilient and adaptable when the adversity hits, because it's going to come. And the belief system so paramount to success of teams, especially underdog teams in the postseason. Do they have the confidence to get the job done?
The shot by Powell, no good. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Stolen by McCollum. Got a piece of it. Here's Lillard. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
Lillard against Doncic.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Really nice work here from Covington to draw the foul on his way up. He's got a real talent for drawing fouls and getting himself to the foul line.
Mavericks making a switch here. Hardaway's checked in. That one is no good. Here's Dallas. They trail by 1. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
And, you know, that's all about effort, and I'm sure their coach let them have it for the lack thereof.
And it's the Mavericks on the break. Here's Hardaway, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
Boy, excellent situational awareness from Hardaway Jr. that time. I mean, he seems to know exactly where to get when the break is on.
Now here's McCollum, coming off a stellar performance against Boston. Foul for 3. Portland, no good that time either.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Richardson kicks to Hardaway. That 3 off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 3. Outside Covington. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Porzingis.
Boy, he's an outstanding defender and a very capable shooter. Covington is an extremely valuable role player.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Dwight Powell comes in for Maxi Kleber. J.J. Redick's checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. And then for the Trailblazers, Cantor, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard.
Boy, Powell showing you great aggressiveness that time, fighting hard to come up with that offensive rebound.
Cullen passes to Simons. He feeds it to Cantor. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
And the dunk by Powell.
But, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Passes to Carmelo. Tanner, high post. McCollum outside. Puts up a three. Powell pulls it in.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Redick against McCollum. Here's Brunson. Redick trying to get open. Brunson, good.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. It's McCollum on the wing, covered by Redick. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Pushing it up. Here's Powell. No good that time. McCollum outside. And so the first quarter is in the books. Mavericks lead by 7. And back with the start. Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when asked about it.
I know that when the main guy usually decides to move on.
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Mavericks.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. Anthony out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Derek Jones. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in the point guard.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Powell kicks to Finney-Smith. Outside, Redick. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Simons. Boom, he jams it straight down.
It always helps when your big man dishes it like that. Kanter, excellent with that read.
Pass to Brunson. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Zinkas, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. Josh Richardson's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And then for the Trailblazers, Nurkic checked in for Kanter. Norman Powell comes in for C.J. McCollum. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Powell with it, and it's Richardson picking him up. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Powell. For Dallas, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. And yes, it's good.
Boy, that's a recipe for disaster, fellas. Allowing Doncic to get comfortable from this area, forget about it.
Nurkic, the pass to Jones. And it's Jones finishing it off.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Well, I tell you what, guys, the young kids like to say, that's doing too much. That falls into that category. That was too much.
And there it is for him. Jones has got his second basket of the night.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating. I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
And Doncic, here we go. An easy 2 points on the layup. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
Hardaway's checked in for Dallas, and a switch here also for Portland. Covington's checked in.
He is comfortable putting his head down and attacking. Doncic is unfazed, unflappable, even against beastly defenders.
All free throws good from Doncic. There's 1:47 left now here in the second. Lillard up top, guarded by Doncic. Jones, the pass to Nurkic. Back to Jones. And he banks in the layup. Jones has got 6 in the quarter.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Doncic passes to Porzingis, and that one is good. Porzingis has got his second bucket.
You know, what makes Porzingis a nightmare matchup, guys, is his size, skill, and agility.
And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. The Mavericks pull it in. They traveled to Portland last time they faced the Trailblazers and came away with the win.
Well, they coasted to the win in that one. Were dominant in the rebound department, and that was a huge factor.
And, you know, one of the things about winning the physical battle like they did in that game, it gives you a lot of confidence going into the next meeting. You know you can push this team around in the paint and win the physical battle.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Powell comes in for Maxi Kleber. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Josh Richardson. Portland also making some changes. Enes Kanter comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Simons in for Derek Jones. Tries again. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And, you know, Kanter can dominate on the court, but his real passion may be pro wrestling. He even held a pro title belt for a little while. He's a big, strong fella. I know I wouldn't want to be in the ring with him.
Mavericks making a switch here. Redick is checked in. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And Redick, here we go. Pass to Brunson. Redick surveying the D. 4 on the shot clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Powell kicks to Redick. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. It's McCollum on the wing. Covington down low. And some good action through the first 2 quarters. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome back from the... It was all about Dallas as the game got going. Luka Doncic surprised many people with how... Man, that's going to...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Doncic. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Puts it up from 15. McCollum, no good.
It's just been a brutal outing for him. He still hasn't managed to make a shot, and the team is struggling because of it.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
And Kleba slams it in. Kleba's got the lead up to 9 now for Dallas.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
Now the pass to Powell. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. 6 to shoot. Keeps it alive, and Covington stays with it. Covington's got 7 points.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
Richardson kicks to Doncic. Over Lillard. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Porzingis doing a nice job using that length to clean up the glass nicely.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. 9-point game. And after this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta where they'll take on the Hawks. Closing in on the end of this long road trip, as that will be game 6 of 7 straight away. Trailblazers have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
The shot by Anthony, no good. Dallas leading by 9. Richardson attacking, and it's Richardson slamming it down.
Well, I like the mindset of Richardson here, not settling for the jump shot.
And stolen by Richardson. Outside Hardaway. He kicks it to Powell. Down low. Nice shot by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
Trailblazers trail by 15. Lillard looking around. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Powell. Out to Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Well, this is who Doncic is. This is what we've seen from him. A scorer who can take over games easily.
Pass to McCollum. Jones against Hardaway. Jones, no luck.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
And Doncic, here we go. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis has got 10.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
Tipped away. Hardaway with the steal. Here's Richardson. So it's Richardson with the jam.
Exactly what Richardson can do on the drive. I mean, he can handle the ball. He's got a quick step. And he can finish when he gets to the rim.
Here's Anthony, and it's Anthony with the jam.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And the shot is good.
Boy, that jump shot is wet. Hold this, says Doncic. Any kind of airspace, and he's knocking that down.
It's McCollum with the drive. Puts it up from 12. Anthony's shot is off.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Here's Doncic. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. From the field, And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, Nurkic is out there with Anthony. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the point. Just 3 to shoot. The shot by Redick, no good.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
Nurkic finds Powell. Greg, your son's been drafted. You were drafted in the NBA. As you look back on the process that you went through and your son Cole has gone through, what are some of the flags? What are some of the things that stand out to you?
First and foremost, boy, how time flies. I mean, it wasn't that long ago, at least
no
it feels
kidding.
like, that they were calling my name on draft night. But
91, right?
Yeah.
91.
You know, every stage of life, though, has its joys. And listen, to play the game I love and now see him playing it at this level, it's truly a blessing. And in his case, he probably loves it even more. You know, he didn't grow up the way I did. He grew up just with a true love and passion for the game. So it's humbling and obviously something that I take great pride in.
You were taken out of UNLV 1991, number 12 overall. Remember it like it was yesterday. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Simons, the pass to Kanter. Here's Simons. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
And here's the fast break. It's rebounded by Brunson. Brunson's got his 5th rebound in this one.
You know, his scoring efficiency has been low, and it's not helping them on the scoreboard.
And Redick, here we go. Chalk up 2 there.
He has the ability to get to the basket, too. Like seeing Redick put it on the deck and get it done off the dribble.
Brunson kicks to Redick. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for Dallas?
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Outside, Redick sinks the triple.
It's the main strength in Redick's game. His three-point shot. Lethal. This guy is a laser.
Powell, the pass to Kanter. Back to Powell. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. It's Powell on the wing. Portland again missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Powell against Redick. Beyond the arc. Another 3 for Dallas.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Mavericks.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so checking out the record for these guys tonight will mark win number 37 for them on the year.
And after having fallen behind in this season series, tonight they avenged themselves, taking the final game of the year between these two, finishing at 2 up and 2 down against the Trailblazers.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Luka Doncic.
Boy, this man.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
Anthony kicks to Cantor. Nurkic trying to get open. Can they get it? Goes back up. He lays it in.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Nurkic with the block, and he recovers it. He gets that one. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Powell, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. The free throw drops for Powell. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here's Burke. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved it. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. The sprawling metropolis of Dallas, Texas is our setting tonight, as seen from above. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Glad you're here with us tonight for this Monday night presentation. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. And here's a look at some numbers for Luka Doncic.
And guys, I think the grind of the season is catching up with him a little bit. It comes across in his rebounding numbers over the past 5 games.
And
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed, something special, David. Thanks. Looking at the starting 5 for the Phoenix Suns. Booker and Bridges are the wings. Jay Crowder out there with Ayton. And it's Paul in at the point. And for Dallas, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. Here's Doncic. Some solid D from Paul. And so it's Crowder with it. They'll bring it up for the Suns. Last time they met was in Dallas where they beat the Mavericks.
Yeah, it was a narrow win. But in that last meeting, I think foul trouble for the other side may have really just tipped the scale and allowed them to escape with the W.
Oh, no doubt. Playing aggressively, forcing the action, that often works in your favor, and it did the last time around.
And it's Doncic missing. And here we go. And here we go. And there's Booker on the assist by Ayton. And Doris, we saw with the bubble how jarring a long break can be before the playoffs.
Kevin, many coaches considered the bubble to be a brand new season. You had, in essence, last season, 2 training camps. And the fact that the NBA was willing and able to pull off the logistical challenges of a restart was nothing short of remarkable.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Pass to Bridges. Back to Paul. The pass to Bridges. That shot missing. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Richardson attacking. Lays it up and banks it in.
They needed that. Just 1 for 5 to start this ball game.
For Phoenix, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Booker outside. Pass to Crowder. Now Bridges. The game against Oklahoma City, very impressive. Just 5 to shoot. On the money with the shot from the left block.
Well, DeAndre Ayton is a team-first guy, and boy, does he set up the open man.
And Doris, Mikal Bridges, how about 2 national titles in the 3 seasons at Villanova? Got better each and every year.
And think about in his junior season, he becomes one of only 8 major conference players in college basketball history to average 1 block and 1.5 steals while also shooting over 40% from 3-point range. Boy, that is the perfect resume for a 3-and-D wing.
Back to Paul. And here is Bridges. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game.
If you overplay Mikal Bridges to take the jump shot, that's creating driving lanes, and he'll take advantage.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Another shot. Kleber kicks to Finney Smith. Back to Kleber. Jay Crowder pulls it in. Suns leading by 6. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. Hardaway's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Phoenix also making some changes. Saric comes in for DeAndre Ayton. And it's Payne in for Chris Paul. Passes it to Bridges. Booker outside. And it's good. 2 points. Booker's got his second bucket tonight.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
The drive by Doncic. In the corner, it's Richardson. Nailed from 3-point land. Richardson's got 5 now.
Yeah, because Luka Doncic is such a threat to score it, it opens up the passing game, and boy, it is on display right now.
Back to Payne. There's 1:17 left here in the first quarter. Dishes it to Crowder.
Well, make no mistake, Crowder has got great strength inside. The defense can get physical. It doesn't matter.
This is his first free throw of the game. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Dwight Powell comes in for Maxi Kleber. J.J. Redick's checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Johnson, he's checked in for Phoenix. Langston Galloway comes in for Booker. Lobs it up for Crowder. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Well, Powell understands the value of igniting the fast break, getting easy baskets for his team. Nice active hands.
Pass to Galloway. Back to Johnson. Over to the wing. Here's Payne. It's tipped.
Powell is exceptional at timing for blocks, rises up and sends it back.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Brunson, no good. So for Phoenix, their last game, a win against the Thunder in Oklahoma City. The Suns shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. That's good from Payne. So for the Suns, Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for Saric. Torrey Craig comes in for Crowder. And it's Carter in for Langston Galloway. Redick surveying the D. Here's Powell, and he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
Tell you, even with some physical contact, Powell gets it done. Love his persistence.
To the wing right side. Craig passes to Payne. Here is Carter. Johnson left side. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Suns ahead, up by 7. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And what stands out to you from the Suns in this one?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Powell. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's J.J. Redick, and it's Cauley Stein in at the center position. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Off target with his three.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed. Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession. And the Mavericks making a change here. Finney Smith's checked in. Ayton, he's checked in for Phoenix. Paul comes in for Payne. Bounce pass from Paul. Kaminsky, the pass to Paul. Knocked loose. Carter dishes to Paul. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, you think because of his frame, it would be easy to knock Chris Paul off balance, but this guy has concentration and tenacity. Really good job keeping his focus.
Brunson kicks to Hardaway.
And the way they have controlled the glass this game, really impressive.
And bottom line, more boards means more possessions. That's how you build a lead.
And then Hardaway with the dunk.
How about that burst of speed? Tim Hardaway Jr. Whoa!
And there's the pass to Craig. Paul outside. Takes the three. But they'll get another chance. From past the arc. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Fast break, here come the Suns. Kaminsky leading the charge. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
Phoenix shooting their fifth and sixth free throws of the game. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Porzingis, he's checked in for Cauley Stein. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. Richardson, he's checked in for Hardaway. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Phoenix also making some changes. Sharch checked in for Frank Kaminsky. Langston Galloway comes in for Carter. And it's Booker in for Paul. Porzingis inside. He's covered by Ayton. Finney-Smith. It's hauled in by the Suns. Ayton's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Craig. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
These are the kinds of plays that can be game changers, that can make you hang your head.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Redick is checked in. Phoenix also making some changes. Jay Crowder comes in for Ayton. And it's Bridges in for Torrey Craig. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, guys, you have got to love those long strides. KP able to cover some ground on his way to the rim.
Pass to Bridges. Here's Galloway. No good on the triple. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. Down by 15.
Boy, there is an artistry and a feel to Luka Doncic's game. This guy is elite with his playmaking.
Passes it to Galloway. Inside Crowder. Pass to Booker. Suns moving the ball around. Galloway kicks to Booker. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Porzingis.
Well, I think we know that Devon Booker is known for his shooting, but to me, guys, there's also the passing and the rebounding aspect that comes into play with him.
Johnson, he's checked in for Phoenix. Cameron Payne comes in for Langston Galloway. Redick is in the corner. Misses the 3. And it's Phoenix's ball. They're on a 14-6 run. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Booker against Doncic. A 3 ball. That one misses. His first miss of the game after making his first 3. A pass to Porzingis.
Well, this is the kind of pass that gets everyone excited. It's also how you build great team chemistry.
Here's Payne. Got it to fall! It went down! He got it to fall! And so it's the Phoenix Suns riding a 15-point lead at the...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. Things were going Phoenix's way from the beginning. They did it just the way it was drawn up in the locker room, starting out on... And that...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You've got to like what Devon Booker is doing in this one.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far, unstoppable.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court for the Suns, Booker and Bridges are the wings. Ayton is out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Paul in at the point guard position. Mavericks trail by 15. Finney-Smith can't get it to go. And Phoenix pushing it up now. And that one is off. Good work defensively by Richardson.
Boy, that makes him 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not the start you were hoping for here.
Suns leading by 15. Ahead, here's Crowder. Ayton trying to break free. Doncic against Paul. Three-pointer. That shot off. Now the Mavericks take it the other way.
Boy, he cannot get anything to fall, but the teammates, boy, have they delivered.
The Suns have gone 0 of 5 to the start of the second quarter. Extremely cold shooting coming out of the locker room. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. They get it back. Booker with no one around. It's good from long range. Booker's got the first bucket of the third here for the Suns. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
You know, at 7'3", yes, he can dunk. But with that athleticism and his sense for the dramatic and his flair, look out, folks. He can be special.
Bridges kicks to Paul. Booker with it. 11 points in the game. He's 4 for 6 from the field with that miss. Makes it off the glass. Finney Smith's got his first basket.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Crowder dishes to Bridges. Back to Crowder. Second chance shot. And Ayton with the layup. Ayton's got his second basket.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
The pass to Porzingis. And the rejection by Ayton.
That's an encouraging sign for sure. Boy, when DeAndre Ayton is hustling and focused, he can send it back with the best of them.
Out to Doncic. Goes back up, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Powell comes in for Maxi Kleber. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And the Suns here with a different look. Kaminsky, he's checked in for Ayton. Torrey Craig comes in for Bridges. Langston Galloway's checked in for Booker. And it's Carter in for Paul. Pass to Galloway. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Here's Craig. Now here's Kaminsky. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Yeah, they are really starting to push it now.
Passes it to Craig. Crowder with it. Guarded by Powell. Carter with it. Pass to Galloway. To the paint. Here's Kaminsky. Up and in on the layup. And the Suns lead by 16.
You know, the easy one there. You know, Galloway able to read the defense, finding his man for the great setup. Pretty.
Doncic right side. And Doncic throws it down.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group.
Now the pass to Galloway. The kick out to Crowder. Shoots over Powell. It's rebounded by Dallas. 30 seconds left to play in the third. Cauley-Stein goes in. He dishes it to Powell. Pass to Brunson. On the wing, Doncic. Powell. It's good on the putback.
You have to love the intensity that Powell plays with on the glass, using that long body to track down those offensive boards.
To the wing on the left. Here's Kaminsky, and he gets it to go. And so it's Phoenix with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. All around, it's hard. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Powell is out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. Then there's J.J. Redick. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Hardaway in at the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
And that's just great work there to get in the shooter space and then go and corral that backboard.
Passes it to Cauley-Stein. It's Redick on the wing, defended by Booker. Greg, is a broadcaster, who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who was my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And the Suns also making a change. Mikal Bridges checked in for Frank Kaminsky.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Johnson against Hardaway. Kicks it out to Booker. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You know, crafty. That seems to be the word most applied to Booker. Able to get the defense to overreact.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Mavericks. And the Suns making a change here as well. Paul's checked in.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Johnson finds Paul. Over Redick. They get it back. Redick against Paul. From deep three-point range, Kleber with the rebound. Kleber's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
No good from Finney-Smith. Suns leading by 14. Saric with the bounce pass. Johnson, the pass to Saric. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Paul for 3. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
Doncic is checked in for J.J. Redick. And a change for the Suns. Ayton's checked in. Porzingis with the steal. Pass to Finney-Smith. Kleber with it. The dish now to Richardson. Inside, Bridges with the steal. Booker looking around. Releases. Suns keep it alive. Johnson kicks to Booker. Doncic against Paul. And the Suns miss again.
I don't know if he's tired or what, but he is definitely holding back a little bit, and he has to step his game up right now.
Here's Porzingis. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Paul outside. And there's the pass to Booker. Kicks it out to Johnson. Doncic outside. Dishes it to Richardson. Back to Doncic. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
You got to remember that Luka Doncic is so much more than a shooter. He's got every shot in his arsenal, even amongst the trees in there.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for Phoenix.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And on the year now, tonight's impending victory will push their win total to 47.
Wow, they finished the season series undefeated. 4 games, 4 wins, really asserting their dominance.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Devon Booker.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
And it's Doncic missing.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
And the dunk by Doncic.
I'll tell you this, Luka Doncic will never turn down an opportunity to finish at the rim. He's elite and loves those opportunities.
So the Suns win it. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do.
is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Looking at the starting five for the Phoenix Suns. Booker and Bridges are the wings. Ayton is out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Paul in at the 1 spot. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Nurkic in at the center. Now here's McCollum. To the inside. Covington with the bucket. Now the regular season coming to a close, Greg. Some call these the dog days of the year. Winning teams ready for the playoffs. And lottery teams sometimes ready to hang it up and call it quits. It's kind of an interesting dynamic.
No doubt, Kevin. A lot of teams still have something to play for, whether it's fighting to make the playoffs or seeding. These games matter. And then with the younger teams, young players are trying to secure their future moving forward, and teams that are doing a great job of evaluating and determining whether or not they want some of those guys on the roster the following year.
Very interesting. Shot clock at 5. Shoots from the elbow. And he hits the jump shot.
And whether he's creating for himself or spotting up, Lillard's jumper is whizzing.
So for the Trailblazers, their last game, a win against the Celtics in Boston. Paul finds Bridges. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Portland grabs the miss.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you got to bring much faster help than that.
Here's Paul after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Bridges kicks to Crowder. Shoots over Covington. Here's Ayton. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
Just such strength on these finishes. When you foul Ayton, you really have to hit him to prevent the basket.
For Portland, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. It's Powell on the wing. 3-pointer. Second shot opportunity, and Nurkic lays it in.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Booker outside. Bridges against Powell. Kicks it out to Paul. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That's foul number 2 for him.
2 fouls, and we're not even out of the first quarter. That's not a good pace to set.
Cantor, he's checked in for Nurkic. And then for Phoenix, Johnson, he's checked in for Bridges. And it's Payne in for Chris Paul.
Not just an outside shooter. Booker is also skilled at getting it done from that area as well.
There's the lob to the hoop. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. That's a 2 from Crowder. Payne passes to Crowder. And here is Johnson. And here's Booker from the arc. And Cantor pulls it down. An even 3-on-3 break. And the basket by McCollum.
Wow, that is just pretty right there. What a find for his teammate at the rim.
Booker outside. Johnson outside. Pass to Ayton. There's the feed to Crowder. Wants to get it to Booker and does. Oh, Ayton in position.
Sweet find there by Booker. All eyes on him with the ball, and Devon understands that. That has a nice feel for giving up the rock.
Lillard from outside. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. And here's Ayton. He'll bring it up for the Suns. They trail by 1. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
And a lot of it is moving without the ball. When you do that, things tend to open up.
Here's Payne after Enes Kanter's basket. Shot by Johnson, no good. Unhindered, going all the way. Offensive rebound. Powell, that's good.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Now here's Payne. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
The pass to Payne. Johnson up top, guarded by Powell. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
Well, he doesn't play around. If the bucket's there for him, he's going to get it.
Booker outside. Pass to Ayton. Looking to end the run. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Enes Kanter.
You know, so much hype around Ayton. Has that rare combination of NBA-ready body, productivity, and upside.
We've got 13 seconds left here in the opening quarter. It's Jones on the wing. McCollum feeling it out a bit. With 1 on the clock. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And honestly, guys, in real time, I couldn't really see what...
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches say, we want to start fast? Now, let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for Portland, we've got Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony is out there with Jones. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Oh, you're right, and I love the opportunistic approach. These kinds of hustle plays can be game changers. Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. Looked good as a third scoring option for the team.
Galloway, the pass to Craig. Clock at 6. Here's Kaminsky, covered by Anthony. Here's Simons. No points in the game yet for him. McCollum kicks to Nurkic. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Suns trail by 5. Here's Craig. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist.
You want more of this from Galloway? I mean, we know he can score, but it's crucial he improves his passing.
And with Melo not having to bear so much of the scoring load, I think was good for him.
Yeah, especially since he took about a year off from playing. Melo had to take a long look in the mirror about how he can help teams win during his absence. But he clearly has something left to offer.
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Lillard's checked in. Phoenix also making some changes. Bridges, he's checked in for Torrey Craig. And Paul subbed in for Langston Galloway. I'm glad we got to see the mobile one block once more. What a play.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Paul with the buckets.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Portland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Pass to Simons. Lillard against Paul. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Stolen by Carter. Here's Bridges. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And take a look at what he's been able to do at the free throw line. 82% more than acceptable.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Enes Kanter comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Norman Powell subbed in for Anthony Simons. Johnson, he's checked in for the Suns. Booker comes in for Carter.
He's one of the best per-minute rebounders in the game. Cantor gets a lot of his points this way.
Pass to Bridges. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Booker dishes to Paul. From deep. Not going to go that time.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this area at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Robert Covington's checked in for the Trailblazers. And then for Phoenix, Ayton, he's checked in for Saric. Jay Crowder comes in for Johnson. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Devon Booker.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well. It's going to be Ayton shooting. That one's on Anthony. Phoenix shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Free throw drops for Ayton. The Trailblazers have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Covington finds Powell. 52 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Fires the 3. Payne grabs the board. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Powell with the steal. And now Covington running the floor all by himself. Count the basket. Covington's got his second bucket of the night.
Oh, the quick feet of Covington. He excels at getting out there on the break and finding ways to capitalize.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. The pass to Paul. He feeds it to Ayton. Can't get it to fall.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Crowder with the steal. Oh, Ayton in position.
Some great awareness being shown by Crowder. Spotted the open man and made a fantastic dish.
Powell for 3. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. It's all right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Checking out the Trailblazers. Kenny, how'd you see it?
Well, I love the way they're pushing the tempo.
And that's a wrap.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. DeAndre Ayton has been sensational.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
Yeah, I mean, showing that tenacity both mentally and physically.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Monty Williams. Booker and Bridges are the wings. Jay Crowder out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Paul in at the point guard position. Ayton. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Yeah, just proving how fast he can heat up. Once Ayton finds that rhythm, he is going to work.
Portland trailing here. McCollum outside. In the corner, Powell with it. Bridges with the steal. Fast break, here come the Suns. Here's Crowder. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And you talk about a culture builder. Jay Crowder is a guy who is not content with losing ball games. He's a competitor, and that rubs off on his teammates.
Good on both. Now here's Lillard. Incredible numbers looking at his scoring averages. He's currently scoring more than 28 points a game. Nurkic, the pass to Covington. The shot off that time. The Suns go the other way with it. They can look forward to the Cavaliers after this game in a matchup against Cleveland. They're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. It's Powell on the wing. Bridges with the steal. Here's Paul. Finished off the break. Paul's got the lead up to 8 now for the Suns.
A rock solid start for them. I mean, they're 3 for 3 since coming out of the locker room.
Lillard outside. Will it go? And then Lillard slams it in.
Now, what more can you say about Lillard's gritty demeanor on the court? I guess contact doesn't bother.
Pass to Bridges. It's Crowder on the wing. Booker the pass to Crowder. And Covington sends it back. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. Jones checked in for the Trailblazers. And Fernie Simons comes in for Lillard. So for the Suns.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Trailblazers trail by 8.
And in his 7th season out of St. Joe's, Langston Galloway seems to be coming into his own.
Yeah, shooting the ball with the best efficiency since he came into the association. He's bounced around, but now carving out a nice long career.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Cantor checked in for Robert Covington. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But 2 other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. You know, 2 guys, when you look at those 2, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become. And it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Anthony's checked in. Cameron Payne's checked in for Phoenix. Simons surveying the D. McCollum outside. 1:46 left to play here in the 3rd, and it's in there.
McCullough is fantastic at running the screen and roll. He knows how to use the pick to get space to shoot.
Suns leading by 7. Passes it to Craig. Suns moving the ball around. Now here's Payne. Not a lot of room. Shot clock at 6. Kaminsky misses. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
McCullough is used to getting hit. Got to respect his ability to draw contact on the way up.
Portland shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. The Suns making a switch here. Charge is checked in. And so he hits both.
Oh, not many players with a more steady hand at the free throw line than this fella.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Pass to Payne. Kaminsky kicks to Galloway. And it's Johnson penetrating. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one's on Anthony.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And both free throws good for Johnson.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for Portland. And after this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta where they'll take on the Hawks. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. And the shot is good. The Phoenix lead has been cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Jones. Suns have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the 3rd quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Johnson, the pass to Kaminsky. Payne looking around. And he uses the glass on the layup. Payne's got his first points of the night. We've got 33 seconds left in the 3rd. Now Cantor. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Galloway, the pass to Payne. Johnson outside. Now Kaminsky. Banked in off the glass. And now it's an 8-point Phoenix lead.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Outside, Jones. He's looking for Saric and finds him. Here's Kaminsky. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Phoenix holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We'll return shortly. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on the platter, and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Anthony is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Lillard in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Here's Paul. And Covington sends it back. Back to Crowder. Just 5 on the clock. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Now, he hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. The good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
And Portland making a change here. Nurkic is checked in. And a change for the Suns. Ayton's checked in. Nurkic can't hit. Suns leading by 8. To the middle. And that one's good. Ayton's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Suns. Portland's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. There's the pass to Carmelo. Kicks it out to Lillard. Covington in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. It's good.
And at 280 pounds, I mean, Nurkic is difficult to deter, even when you hit him. I mean, he's just so strong.
And they double up Paul. There's the 3. A putback, and Booker able to finish.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Trailblazers trail by 10.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Trying to break that ice-cold streak. The shot by Powell, no good. Suns have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. And the dunk by Booker.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. That's a 2 from Powell. Off the left rim and out.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Bridges kicks to Crowder. Here's Ayton. And it's Portland with the rebound. It's Anthony with the drive. Lays it up and banks it in.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Pass to Bridges. Suns moving the ball around. Passes to Crowder. Booker outside. 6 to shoot. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
An underrated athlete with a solid handle. Defenders can't always keep up with Booker on the drive.
McCollum's checked in for Anthony. Free throw good, Booker. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Lillard the pass to McCollum. Lillard outside. Jay Crowder with the rebound. Crowder's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Ayton. Powell with the steal. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. Very pretty alley-oop layup.
And what unselfish play from Lillard. This guy's no problem giving it up, especially when his teammate's wide open.
And it's Paul with the ball for the Suns. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Booker finds Paul. And Ayton throws it down. And that one really took the air out of this crowd.
Ooh, just like that. I mean, you could hear a pin drop in here.
Lillard, the pass to Covington. Count it.
And it's clear Covington isn't bashful. He welcomes any opportunity he gets to score inside.
Phoenix leading by 11.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Suns.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting, despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, when everything started to look a little dire and really put the hammer down.
And on the year now, tonight's impending victory will push their win total to 47.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for DeAndre Ayton.
I mean, he had a plan for how to attack the D. He executed and never let up. Relentless offensive basketball.
Ayton, the pass to Bridges. His three-pointers off the mark. Guys, no real chance for them to come back now.
Yeah, I think the focus has to be on their next game at this point.
Covington. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You know, this is the type of guy I like, from undrafted to a quality role player. I mean, he has heart. He's gotten better every year. Covington adds a lot to this team. He can let that thing fly, too. He's a fearless shooter.
Here's Payne. And the pass to Craig. And here's Payne from deep three-point range. Can't get it to fall. So the Suns win it. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Chris.